These people did not expect you to tell. These people thought that when you were silent, that you were weak. They thought that you were in pain. They thought that you were hurting. And these are the type of people that are intimidated by you, so they have to create a broken version of you in their head. And if that version does not exist, they want to create that broken version of you in their mind. So they will then aim to target you in whatever way. Pretend to be a lover, pretend to be your friend, pretend to be a family member, a co-worker, could be someone that works at a post office, could be someone that works at a gas station that you go to regularly, or a grocery store, just anyone who has that initiative reaction to want to cause you harm. Once they realize that you're not who they thought you were, they're going to try to force that position and character on you. So when they target you and you go by yourself, those are people who feel like they won. So they don't feel like they need to check back to see if they lost. In their mind, they already felt like they were going to succeed with this attack. So when they ghosted you or you cut them off, some of them wanted that exact thing to happen so that way they could kind of hide behind what they did, and they was going to try to pull the same old trick, try to sneak back around years later quietly, try to check up on you to see if you're going to expose them, to see if you're going to say hey, to see if you're going to give them a time of day, to see if they can get a piece of information out of you, to see if there's something they can take back to the group. You know, it's going to be so many. But once they realize that you never was hurt, you never was in that room alone suffering, you were actually rebuilding yourself, you was getting that truth that you needed, you was giving your own self closure, you was healing something that a lot of vibrational and demonic people do not do. You were doing what you wanted to do. You wake up and you weren't alone, so they felt as if their attacks would stick, especially if you went off of social media. I know that when I took my purge off of social media, which I barely be on social media like that, but I had family members who were unknowingly to me portraying a different relationship between us on social media. And that's why it's important to make sure that if you do get social media, that you kind of be active, so where people are able to see the truth and what's not. Because I don't have Facebook. I never had Facebook for longer than a week or two. And when I did get Facebook, I was seeing that family members who had did me so wrong, had cut me off, had ghosted me. When it was certain things coming up on social media, they were trying to portray as if they had my best interest. And the whole time, these people felt so differently about me behind the scenes. Like, some of them, we weren't even talking, and they were posting me saying we were talking. And I was like, yo, like, they were creating AI videos, they were using old videos, they had people coming in trying to look like me. So they were, I'm talking about just straight up crimes on top of crimes. But one of them slipped up because she asked me about a video that was on Facebook, and I was like, why would you believe that when I don't even talk to that person? And she was like, well, I saw a video of y'all talking on Facebook. I was like, no, you didn't. And she got quiet. So it added on to the pile of confirmation that we knew they were creating fake AI videos that had people who looked like me, who were in place of certain things. And that's where they were using and trying to get away with. Because not too many people look like me, but in my hometown, I can say maybe 2 to 3 girls could pull me off if they needed someone to come in and try to pretend like they were me. Like, if it was someone who didn't know me, they just needed a quick glance or a quick glimpse, they could definitely play it off with one of those 3 girls I was talking about. It actually was pretty scary with one of them, because a girl had reached out to me that I used to be cool with, she was a snake as well. But she was like, girl, go look at so-and-so Snapchat. I thought that was you. And she was like, I had to double take. And when I went and looked at the Snapchat, I was like, girl, you ain't damn lying. I thought that was me. Like, and at first, when people would say that me and her looked alike, I didn't really see it. So, like, I just thought, like, they just saying that. Like, I didn't take it too deep, but you really need to pay attention when people are saying that you look like somebody that's close by. And people could be trying to steal your identity, could be trying to destiny swap, could be using you for fraud. I'm talking about, like, and another person told me when I was in Subway one day, they thought that I was the other person. Like, they just started automatically talking to me as if I was the other person. And I was like, hold on, wait, that's not me. And they was like, so-and-so not your dad? And I was like, nah, wrong person. But I do know who you're talking about, though. But nah, that's not me. And that's when I knew then that it was a serious problem. They were using that person to, make fake videos of me to look as if that I was, cool with this family, because this family was planning to off me and they wanted a backup plan. They wanted to look like they were so loving and close to me. So when the death occurred, they wanted to be coming out acting like they missed me, acting like they loved me, acting like everything was handy dandy. And that's also how I knew I couldn't trust this other family member, because I was like, you already know how that person treated me. So it's like, if someone knows how wrong you got did by a person and they still think that person is good for you, like, it says a lot about them. So I was like, the way that you watch front hand how that person stabbed me in my back, why would you even think that I would be with them? And she was just like, I don't know, I thought maybe things changed. But also, those are people who don't take accountability themselves. They are unhealed. They have still generational pain within them from their parents that, so it's just the same traits just passing on. And I was like, wow, that is crazy. But when I noticed that they were trying to paint me to be a certain character, I just was like, you know what, nah, I'm out. But when you have people who feel like they can play God in your life, and you have to let the fool be the fool. Eventually the fool will awaken one day to the fact that they are a fool. Because you can ask a lot of people, are you woke? And they're gonna say yeah. And I still don't think the fools are awakened. Like, it takes a fool a long time to realize they're a fool. It takes them a long time. Like, the whole time they thought they was getting over on you, they still haven't awakened to them true selves just yet, and they think that they have. And when they finally do awaken to it, it's just like, But be very mindful of people who try to cloak themselves in your spirit and in your energy. People can do it just by trying to have a conversation with you. If you're not aware, their intentions could be trying to swap energy with you. And when I got the comment that me and the girl looked alike, like, at first I didn't see nowhere near how they were saying that. And the more people told me, the more I started to notice it. And I was like, okay, this has to be intentional. Like, this has to be something very intentional here that's going on with copycats.